Okay, you are here because you wanted the conversion training. I'm just pulling up my screen here. So we're going to start with this. Your social media posts are like hot dog water. It's cringe. Yep. Like, actually, what the fuck does that even have to do with what you're talking about? It's catchy. Absolutely. It's effective. 100%. This is exactly why your hook is the most important part of your content. It's the first thing that people see and it makes them stop scrolling. It doesn't matter how good the rest of your post is. You're literally in this training because the hook on my post. So, real talk, what makes the hook work? Hooks that work are emotionally triggering, they're bold or controversial, they're deeply related, they're unexpected, or they're humorous. Cringe is okay and cringe gets attention. But you know what doesn't get attention is here's a transformation. I have an opening on Tuesday. Who wants in? AKA, that is the hot dog water of captions. Like it kind of tastes like a hot dog, but it's watered down. It's a little bit salty, and nobody's ever going to drink hot dog water, right? It doesn't work. It's not going to serve your purpose. Does it support the hot dog? Yes. Anyways, enough about hot dogs. And so why bold works, even when it's a little bit much, human brains are wired to protect us. So when they see something that feels off, outrageous, or emotionally intense, they pause. That pause, that's the scroll stopper. That's your window to deliver value. And I encourage you to start watching when you are actually pausing on social media. I'm now in the point of like where I will stop and actually like catch myself starting to comment on something and I delete it because I'm like, wait, no, that was a hook and I don't need to spend my time here because my time is better spent doing things that are actually going to grow my business, not reacting to this clickbait, because that's essentially what a hook is. It's clickbait, right? You want to click to get them into your funnel, your stream, your booking system, all that kind of stuff. So 11 hook ideas that you can actually use today that are really, really effective. Balayage is a scam. Baby lights are stupid. Why I charge new clients $0. I don't care that your hairline ghosted you. Hair is a luxury and you can't afford it. I turned away a $400 service. Here's why. Your hair looks stupid. Somebody had to say it. You're not crazy. Your hair is running away. The client was mad and she was right. If I charge for consultations. You want to know why? If you cry every time you get in the shower watching your hair go down the drain. And then obviously you would fill the rest of your post in with like the information, and then you would do what's called a CTA. So a call to action. You're going to direct the client to do what it is that you want them to do, whether that be comment, go to a landing page, send you a message, whatever it may be. One of the easy ones, though, is just to get them to comment. So each of these comments gets people emotionally involved, which is step one in creating a conversion. If people don't have emotional investments into you, into what you're doing, and into what they want, they're never going to actually buy because it's going to be always a surface level problem, right? You've had clients that have come into your studio and they're just like, I want to change. That's never going to book a high ticket client. So the hook alone doesn't book clients. Think of your social media like hair. The hook is the face framing money piece. It gets the attention. The CTA, or the call to action, is the finishing gloss that brings it all together and sends them out the door wanting more. And for the love of a donkey's uncle, don't just send your booking link. You want to start a real conversation. If you have a hard time holding your DMs and booking consults from your DMs, we do have a chat bot that you can actually subscribe to that should be launching in the next couple of weeks, that will actually help you to tweak your consultations in the DMs to actually convert people into butts and chairs. Okay. And I want you to realize that your social media is the top of a funnel. And if you don't know what a funnel is, essentially a funnel, just like a kitchen funnel, all the people that you connect with, they go inside this funnel. The top of the funnel is essentially like your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your TikTok page, your website. It's kind of like the top part where they first found you. And then through that journey, you're kind of pushing them further and further, right? So you're pushing them. For example, like my funnel is with you guys, with hairdressers. It's like I find you on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and then I drive you into this Facebook community where I get your email address, and then you end up on my email list, right? And then you get constantly resent stuff where I then redirect you to other places. With my hair clients, similar concept. I have my Facebook page. And then from there, I often drive them into a private community where I can get their email address, and then I start retargeting them too. Okay. So here's why you're not converting yet, though. You're not showing up enough on social media. You're not creating actual conversations based around feelings. It's not just the wants, it's deeper. And human psychology is key. And if you're not using your time or your tools in a way that makes this sustainable, you're going to crash and burn. So what you need to do here, and I had a really hard time wrapping my brain about around time blocking, but I am like a motherfucking machine. You don't even want to know. But essentially blocking 2 to 3 hours per week to create content. And I'm like talking like turn off your friggin' notifications, lock yourself in a closet for the love of God, slap captions on shit you already have in your phone. You do not always need to create new conversations. Pomodoro method is super, super effective. And I really want you to like think of this right now. The more time that you spend catching inbound stuff and like getting distracted by shiny objects, the less stuff that you can actually like get out there. The more stuff that you get out there, the more chances of people seeing you. Because nowadays in the algorithm, it is not per se even a luck game. It's like a volume game. And if you follow any of these like big name like business guys and speakers, like I don't know if you know who Alex Hormozy is or Gary Vaynerchuk, they're always talking about do more, do more, do more, right? And if you had no clients, you should be spending like 4 hours a day aggressively marketing. But obviously, if you can get the posts and the copy to be more like catchy, you're going to have more chances of starting conversations. Okay. Post more often. People don't convert because you ghost them, right? Follow up with your friggin' people. If they've left a comment on your post, reach back out to them. You've probably noticed by now that I've sent you multiple messages. And do you think it's cringy when I message you? Because your clients don't think it's cringy either. You're genuinely there trying to support them. They've said, hey, I want this. And you're like, hey, Mary, let's talk. And Mary doesn't answer you because she's busy. And her kid's like climbing a shelf in the background. So you just like give up and you're like, oh, Mary doesn't want to talk to me. Okay. Post more, reach back out to them. And if you get stuck on how to find time to actually do this shit, our workflow class could be a really great game changer for this. This is totally a shameless soft pitch here. It's just $40 Canadian. So if you want to DM me, I don't do links, just like literally send me a message and ask me about the workflow class. Okay. Add CTAs, right? Curious how this works? Want me to break this down for you? Send me the word line if you want to start your own extension business, right? So like to make these ones better, curious how this works, it should actually have a direct action. So it should be like comment curious. Want me to break this down for your hair? Comment hair. Okay. Don't drop a link. Okay. You can drop your link in the comment if you want, but you need to really start having conversations and building relationships with people because honestly, like you're wasting their time and you're wasting your own time if like you have no like notion if it's actually a good fit for either of you. Okay. So psychology of conversion, it's like a funnel. And again, I explained what a funnel is earlier. We're pushing everyone down into like one centralized point. Most clients don't book from a single post. They need 6 to 12 points of contact. It used to be 7, but like there's just so much stuff coming at people nowadays. There's so many options that they need more. They need value, value, value. They need micro wins. They need proof that you're legit and a clear invitation to work with you. If you're getting this, chances are we've already had an interaction. We may have even had a sales call at this point in time, right? And now you're starting to realize like the amount of value that I can actually provide to you and that I am actually legit. And that's what you need to do for your business because it's not a short-term game, right? We're in this for the long-term win, but you need to give them a clear invitation to work with you because if you just post a picture of pretty hair or like, even just like here is, statistics around hair loss or hair extensions or whatever, but then there's no like comment here because they're like they don't have time to spend looking for like links and comments and like it might have actually been a fleeting thought but if you reach out to them enough times eventually when they're like 100% concrete ready they're going to go see you. Okay. So again, that's why you're here because you're in a funnel. I am literally providing you value. I'm following up with you, showing you that, funnels work. You are getting deeper and deeper into my funnel. And whether you buy my $40 class or you buy, a much larger coaching consulting package, eventually you're going to buy something. Um, I know for myself, like even following creators over the years, like I've watched them for, sometimes 3, 4 years before I've actually made the purchase. Eventually you will buy something. Um, and your clients will do that for you. Okay. So now, what I want to point out to most of you guys is you notice that I follow up with you because I'm in high ticket sales and I'm in digital sales. So you should be doing this too. We're not competing on price here. We're competing on value. And I want to point something out. I see all of you over there posting, I'm the cheapest in my town and I'm still not getting booked and I don't get it. This is a sales problem and a content problem and a conversion problem. And it comes down to you actually need more leads and you need to get better in the DMs, and then you need to get better in the sales, right? Because if you don't have butts in your chairs, it's a okay, let's start this. Okay, if you don't have conversations, it's a marketing problem. If you're having conversations, but you're not getting consultations, that is a conversion problem. That's a DM conversion problem. If you're getting consultations, but you're not closing them, that's a sales problem. Okay. So, like, there's different stages of where, you're struggling, but if butts and chairs is the problem, it's a DM problem or leads problem, and you need more leads. So, I'm going to break this down for you in hairdresser lingo. Okay. Every post, you want to have some type of like a comment or engagement or interaction. And people are always saying, like, oh, we should like have engagement going. But like, what is engagement, right? Like, we don't want just people just like talking on our social media content. We actually want like to guide them to the solution, right? So, like, engagement can be asking questions, right? To get more information, that's market research, but then guiding them based on the question to where you want them to go. And for like a lot of your clients, they're maybe not ready to buy, but maybe you could be driving them to like a private community where you do like education, right? So you're DMing them. Once you put them in, like, essentially what I call your hot pocket space or your community or whatever you wanna call it, you wanna start, like, that DM conversation, following up with them, like, put notes on your physical calendar to, like, follow up with Mary, Mary had a birthday. Like, that type of shit goes a long way, especially in high ticket sales. Um, you're then going to book a call with them, and then from the call or the consultation, whatever you wanna call it, that's when you're gonna create the sale. Every post is a way to shampoo the trust. Every DM is like brushing out the tangles. Every call, that's your money piece. So you need to show up more. You need to say things that make people stop. You need to actually give value. You need to be bold enough to ask for the sale. And you also need to create FOMO. Um, okay. And then I'm not talking like bro FOMO. I can't spell create FOMO. So fear of missing out. Okay. Um, we're not like doing the like cringy sales tactics. Like, if it's not actually meant for this person, obviously you're not gonna, like, sell to them just for the sake of selling, like, you actually need to have a value, but, like, your FOMO could be like, "I only, like, take on, 2 extension transformations a month because I put a lot of time and effort into supporting my clients, and that's totally okay," right? And if you decide to take 3 behind the scenes, it's totally cool. You can totally do that. So, if you wanna start converting more, DM me the word convert, or honestly just send me a sentence about, what you need help with, because honestly, I'm so bad with actually remembering what my keywords are. And I used to think like I had to remember every code was like everything. If somebody gives you a key code and you're like, I don't fucking remember what that key code was set to, you can literally just ask them and you can literally steal this like verbatim. Hey, Karen, thanks for reaching out. Mind if I ask you a couple questions about your hair to see if I can even help you? And this "to see if I even can help you" part is, like, super effective because it's gonna let their guard down, so they're not thinking that, like, you are gonna sell them something. And then if you are a stylist that is, like, doing a lot of extensions, you can go one step further, like, "Hey, Karen, mind if I ask you a couple questions to see if I can even help you, whether that be cut, color, or extensions?" Question mark, right? Because then it, like, pushes that hair extension to the top, and then if you're doing extensions, they're gonna say, "Yes," and then you're basically gonna go back and you're gonna say, "Great, Karen, can you tell me a little bit about your hair right now? Are we looking to add density, length, coverage on the top? Like, can you break it down for me what you really love about your hair and what you don't love about your hair?" Right? And this is where like our bot helper will also help you to kind of like really like psychology the shit out of people, and get them into an emotional buying state, because you want them to be, even to like convert them into a consultation, you want them to be in that emotional buying state. So here's the thing: you've got the tools, you've got the talent. Let's make it profitable. So if you do want to work with me, right now I have spots for 2 stylists open, um, because we are launching a new cohort in October. So if you want to work with me, send me a DM. We'll tear your business apart. It doesn't mean like going right back to the bare bones. We do have more flexible programming coming in to October as well. So if you have talked to me in the past and it's, just been out of reach, reach back out because there is new options now. The workflow class is a great place to start. Again, just send me a message about the workflow class and I can send that over to you. But if you have questions, let me know. I'm here to chat on social media all the time.